you gone through your demo class content, which is on your dashboard, right? The demo class content contains all the presentations that you will be using in your demo sessions, and you will be also taking help from them in your mocks, right? So kindly go through them if you have not yet seen those presentations. Today, what we are going to do is a senior demo observer. We are going to observe a senior demo class, how it is being taken, and what are the different things that we need to focus on. Great. So let's get started. Let's start our videos. Let's switch on our cameras, get ready for the session. So we'll start our session with a video, and we'll try to understand what exactly we are going to focus in today's class.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class. Because I am the best teacher and you are the best students, they put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise, you just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad.
So I believe you must have guessed what exactly we are going to focus on, and that is building relationships. Building relationship between a teacher and a student is so important because as she said, kids don't learn from the people they don't like. So it's important to have a connection, a good connection between the teacher and the student, and it also makes them comfortable in the class. So talking about the demo class, it's the first time the child is seeing us. He's meeting us for the first time. It's important to make the child, so since we are talking about children, we're not talking about the adults. Adults are still able to, cope up with new things, but then children, for them, changes can be a little bit difficult. So yes, a stranger, a person who is new to that child needs to have that, a sense of ownership and a sense of belongingness in the class. And that has to be created. That has to be created by your actions, by your what you speak, how you treat the child, how you have conversation with the child. So that is what we are going to focus on. And so we are going to move further. And today's agenda would be, so in the beginning, in the first half, we are going to discuss about a senior demo. And after the break, we are going to learn about use of body language and voice modulation in order to build relationships. So today's objective, we are going to identify and analyze teachers' actions. So we are not going to create opinions on how the teacher, see, everyone has a different method of teaching. Everyone has a different way of expressing things. Some are a little more expressive, some are lesser, some are more subtle. And so drawing conclusions or drawing opinions about each other is not going to help. So that's the reason why I would ask you to focus and analyze the teacher's actions, which help you to build relationship with the student. So we'll pick out and, we'll find out those instances from the video where we see that the teacher is making an effort to build a relationship with the student. And in the second half, we are also going to master the skill of building relationship with students by the use of effective body language and voice modulation. So let's get started. What do you think? Which hats will we be wearing today? So yesterday I told you that the demo session is of 1 hour. I told you when I was showing you the graph. So the demo session, when we conduct a demo session, it's of 1 hour. The first 40-45 minutes we spend with the child. And the last 15-20 minutes is the parent-teacher interaction, which we will be doing on day 4. So so today what we are going to watch is the first 40-45 minutes of the video. Okay. So you tell me, which hats are we going to wear today? Mentor? Okay. Yes, Bhavna?
Yes, ma'am. Today we will be acting as a facilitator and as a mentor. And moreover, it will be how we will be interacting with the students and how we will be able to see their emotions and cope with them. That is the most important thing to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yogita, what about you? What do you think? Which hats are we going to wear today?
Yes, ma'am, the same. Like, we'll be a mentor. We'll guide them through the journey, what they will be saying.
Correct.
And we
So we
facilitate,
need to be a mentor and one more.
facilitator.
Yes, we'll be.
Facilitate.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what hats we are going to wear. So we are going to guide the learner. Yes, we are going to guide the learner through various concepts of public speaking pillars. So yes, guidance, that means we are going to be mentors and of course facilitators, because we are going to show the slides, the PPTs and the materials, and we are also going to provide that quality learning experience. Remember yesterday I told you mentor, facilitator and influencer. So we are going to be a mentor, we are going to be a facilitator in today's session. Influencer, we'll keep it for the day 4, that is parent-teacher interaction. Okay, so let's understand how many types of demos do we have. We have 3 types of demo, 3 categories in which the demos are divided. The first category is the junior section, that is KG to grade 3. It's written 1 to 3, but I would consider it from KG to grade 3. And senior section is of it starts from grade 4 to grade 12th. And grown-ups would be the grown-ups, the adults. And for the grown-ups, we have 2 different types of demo. We have basic English and another one is presentation skills. Basic English is not a part of your mock examination. So I will be showing you bits and pieces of basic English, but presentation skills are more important. And the grown-up demo, as we have already discussed, we will be discussing the presentation skills demo on day 5, that is Friday, and it's an optional session. So today we are going to focus only on the senior demo. So let's get started. Now there are a few instructions that I would like to share with you. While you're watching the videos that I'm going to show you, make sure that you are trying to identify and analyze the teacher's actions. Now, ma'am, how should I identify the teacher's actions? First, you can look at the body language. Like she's giving a smile to the student, she's waving to the student, or maybe she's giving a high five or a fist bump or whatever, like thumbs up. All these kind of virtual gestures can be categorized under body language, which is helping her to build relationship. And what kind of voice she's using, it's a friendly voice, or there are lots of tonality changes or pitch changes in the voice. There are emphasis on certain words that today you are going to learn about being a confident public speaker. So emphasis on different words, important words in a sentence, and other things that she says or does. Like, for example, she appreciates the kid whenever she gives an answer, or maybe she adds her personal experiences to connect with the child. When I was a kid, I used to do this. So personal experiences maybe, or appreciating the child, acknowledging and validating the points of what the child has to say. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. And remember, we are going to identify only the action. So what are actions? If I say, she's so nice, is this an action? What do you think? No. No. Okay. Okay. Yes, group chat is closed. What happened? Do you want to see everyone's no, or answers? Okay, I'll open it. But that, anyways, okay, it's not going to make any difference. Yes, it is not an action. Okay. She is so nice is basically an opinion that you draw. How would you know, ma'am, this is an action or not? She is so nice. Do you have any action word? You must have learned about verbs, isn't it? So do you have any main verb over here? Action verb over here? No, right? There is only one verb, and that is primary verb. It's an opinion, basically, when you are drawing a conclusion out of somebody's actions, right? But we have to talk about actions. Let's see the second sentence. She asked how I was feeling. What about this? Is this an action? Absolutely, yes. Yes, this is an action. She asked She is doing something. What is she doing? She's asking how I was feeling. Again, an action. So there are action words. It talks about the action of the speaker. Okay. Another one, he was unhappy. Is this an action? No. Okay. This is also an opinion. He was holding his head and crying. It talks about the action of the speaker or action of the doer, isn't it? Great. So always remember, when you are trying to identify or analyze whether or not you are writing in the chat section, try to identify yourself. Try to identify the actions of the teacher. Okay, let's get started. Now, quickly, we will read out all the different parts of a demo. A demo class for a senior student has 5 different parts before the PTI I'm telling. Okay, these all things are before the PTI. These are the 5 things that we are going to do with the child. First, we are going to set the context. Okay, so first one is context setting. Second is introduction to PS skills. Third is speech delivery. Fourth is writing speech. And fifth one is the final showcase. Okay, there are 5 different parts. We'll see what each of these parts mean. So we'll start first with the context setting. Context setting can take 10 to 12 minutes. Let's have a look.
Will we begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Okay, amazing. Just allow me a second
So this is a class. Ishita is the teacher, and there are 2 parents you can see, and the child's name is Tia.
to share my screen. And here we go. Yes. Okay. So yes, so I think we are all set. We have joined from laptop. I can see all of you there in one frame. And let's just, ensure that we are there to interact, right? So don't worry, keep yourself off mute. We can talk whenever you have any question. Just feel free to say. Just all of us are only here, so feel free, okay? And yes, so let's get started. So a question for you, Tia, to start with. What do you see on the screen? Can you read this out loud?
Become a confident public speaker.
Wow. And I like how confidently you read it out. Very good. So what do you mean by a confident public speaker, Tia?
Why we mean by a confident public speaker, like we can speak confidently in front of public, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's correct. Like without any hesitation, and just like when we are there out in front of a public, large audience, then also we can speak. Absolutely. Do you want to become a confident public speaker?
Yes, I want to become a confident.
Yes, amazing. All right. So that's why we are here today. And I'm pretty sure that towards the end of the class, you would have created something of your own. We'll come to what that is, and also present it in front of everyone. Okay? Yeah. All right. So I know, ma'am, we spoke on phone, right, earlier. So I know you know me. Let me quickly introduce myself for everyone. So my name is Ishita, and I'm your learning buddy, Tia, for today. I will help you learn. We are going to have a lot of fun here today. That's why buddy. And for your parents, I will be helping both of you to identify Tia's strengths today. Okay, like what is it that she already has, and how can we just leverage those skills so that she becomes that confident public speaker? Yeah. And yes, I welcome all of you to this session, and looking forward to have a lot of fun learning time. 2 things that I'm going to, request all of us here to operate with. Tia, can you read out the first one, please?
Okay. Speak up. Ask, share.
Yes. So what do you think speak up means?
It means that we should speak and interact with you.
Yes, definitely interact with me. And how we will do that is whenever, we have an idea, we will share it with everyone. And whenever you have a question, you want to ask a doubt, feel free to ask it. Or even if not a doubt, you are curious to learn something, then also ask a question. Okay? All right. Okay. And second one, let's ask your mom to read. Yes, Ms. Anuradha, can you read the second one, please?
Yeah. Second one is high energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like energy in the room is already high, so I'm loving that. Let's, maintain that energy throughout so that we can have all the fun. And one request that whenever we are speaking, you would have seen me that I'm using my hands, I'm making some expressions, right? So whenever we are speaking, I would want all of us to try to use our hands, our face, our eyes, and voice effectively at all times. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Love it. Okay. Okay. Now you know something about me, right? I would want you all to also introduce yourself. So let's try with first Tia. So Tia, here are some of the sentences. You can use these sentences to, share a bit about yourself, and then we'll also hear from your parents.
Okay. My name is Tia Agarwal.
Mhm.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
I am in grade 6.
Nice. Okay.
In my free time, I I like to do drawing,
Oh, nice. Okay. And
and I like to do Python.
Python. Are you serious? You know Python coding?
Yeah, a little bit I'm learning it.
Oh, wow, that is so cool. You know, I tried learning coding when I was young, and I was like, oh my God, what is all these things? Sometimes the syntax would go wrong and something or the other would happen. Does that happen with you also? You're like, you know, are you always correct with your syntax, or you're
Sometimes it happens
sometimes it happens? Then how do you solve it?
by rechecking the code again.
Nice. I feel like you must be very patient then, because it requires a lot of patience. And
Yeah.
that is also telling me one more thing about you, that you are very careful, maybe, because coding also requires attention to detail. So that's interesting, Tia. Is that correct, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. See, so something that I wasn't when I was young. That's why I can identify this in Tia. Great. Thank you so much, Tia. Maybe, you know, you can teach me Python, and I can also learn something from you in our classes. All right. Okay. And now I would request both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, to also, you know, introduce yourselves and just a little bit about why you are here. What would you want for Tia?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Manish Arya, and I work for Publicis Sapient. I am a tech professional.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
why my daughter has an inclination towards coding.
I can see where it is coming from.
So I'm here because I want my child to be not just confident in public speaking, but feel confident within, so that she can express herself at any given platform, be it a social platform, be it a chat with friends, and in a social circle or in a small circle, she can express herself freely. I can
Amazing.
help my child by all I know is coding and IT, so all I can help her with that. But certainly, I'm looking forward for you to take care of my child so that she can be confident in the public.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think, as you rightly mentioned, you know, like these are the skills that are required in today's world. And I really liked how you mentioned, like, not just confidence from outside, but within, you know, and that also means that Tia should be comfortable with who she is and get able to express in the outside world. Even. Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. And Ms. Anuradha, would you also want to share?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Anuradha, and I'm a manager working with the company, and
Amazing.
I'm here because I want my child to become definitely a public speaker. And yes, she is very good in imagination. So if you give any word to her, so she can express herself. But I want that to explore more in herself. So I can help my child by supporting her in each and everything. So obviously, being a mother, I will, or I can support her. So
That's the biggest thing the parents can do, you know, like just supporting them in whatever they want to be, whoever they want to be. So that's the most important thing. And okay, now I see why she also likes to draw. You said, like, you know, she's very creative and has good imagination. Interesting. So wow, Tia, I'm learning so much about you even when I'm talking to your parents. Great. All right. So let me, you know, also share some quick context. I know both of you were asking that, you know, why you both have to be here. So let me now share the reason. Of course, I said that, you know, we will be having activities where both of you would also be engaged. But at the same time, we will also, you know, like two things that we will be doing specifically for both of you is one, share Tia's unique strengths and future opportunities via Planet Spark. And B, we would also be guiding you on, you know, how can we personalize Tia's learning path. You know, so we believe a lot on personalization of the learning process in order to ensure that, you know, whatever that goal that you just shared with me, you know, that you want for Tia, how can we achieve that goal? Yeah, so this is what we will be doing throughout the session, and of course towards the end we will have detailed discussion. Yeah. Okay, any questions so far?
no,
Not yet.
All right. Okay. Okay. And as we begin, so this is another role that both of you would be playing. So Tia, we will be having a lot of activities and games, which I've been saying, right? Now, whenever you feel that you need some help and you are stuck in the game, so you have two lifelines. And who are these lifelines? Can you please read it out?
How to use Lifeline? Your parents are your lifeline.
Yes.
Shout Lifeline whenever you need help.
Yeah. So whenever you are stuck, your two lifelines are present just they're sitting adjacent to you. Okay. So your parents are your lifelines today in the game. So whenever you need help, you can choose that, you know, you have two lifelines and both your mom and dad are here. So you can choose whose help do you want, and, you know, they can help you out. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, so this was the context
Will we
setting.
begin?
Yes, ma'am.
One sec.
Will we begin?
So here, what does the teacher do? She welcomes the parent and the child to the class. She shares the norms of the session, and then they have an introduction between the child, the parent, and the teacher. And finally, she shares the class agenda and she creates an excitement. Okay. Now here you must have seen conversation of the tutor is not fast, Animesh. I am playing it at a speed of 1.25. Okay, it's not fast. The video is the video is being played at a speed of 1.25x. That is the reason why it's sounding as very fast. But if you have seen it in your demo class content, then you will see that it is normal. Okay, the conversation is absolutely normal. Acha, now one thing I would like to ask you, you must have seen both the parents present in the class, isn't it? Now, why do you think we want both the parents to be present in the session? So there are two expectations at Planet Spark, especially in the demo, only in the demo, not in the regular classes. There are two expectations. First expectation is both the parents should be present and they need to join from a laptop. It's an expectation, it's not a mandate. Okay, so don't get worried. So both the parents needs to be present and join from a laptop. Why do you think that we want both the parents to be present in the demo session? Very good. Perfect. Jaya, yes, they are the major stakeholders, of course. They need to take the decision. And for that, they need to view the session on their own, isn't it? And yes, to know about their future. Okay, to know about the teacher who is the one who is going to guide my child for the next of the sessions. Yes, individual view. Okay, identify their strengths. Okay, very good. To identify their child's strengths, Divya. Very good. So they will be able to understand what is the child, where is the child lacking in, and what exactly are the strengths of the child, and they will be able to understand when the teacher gives the feedback about the child. They will also be able to understand that. Yes, Yogita, I'm coming to you. Don't. Yes, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Yes. So, yes, Yogita, you wanted to say something?
I mean, hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible.
I would like to add one more thing. Like the child is meeting us for the first time. So the child will feel more comfortable, like if if in the frame there the parents are there.
Yes.
So it will also be good for the child, like child can speak up.
Absolutely, yes. So the child will also feel very comfortable. And in fact, there will be activities where the child has to, use his hand gestures and facial expression. The parents will also be involved in the activities. So we'll discuss this. Yes, Ankita.
Hello,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Parents can see how the teacher is teaching their child, and are they teaching them in the right manner or not? They can observe them, and are they teaching the right sub means कोई गलती तो नहीं हो रही? They are not making any mistake and all, and the student is paying attention towards the teacher or not. The parents can see all the things while sitting with them, and they can also learn. Parents can also learn from the teacher what she's teaching.
Absolutely, yes. They will also have an idea of what public speaking is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Yes,
Thank you.
Shruti.
Ma'am, it will help the teacher also to know about the child's background in sense like what their parents are into and how much they can cooperate with the teacher with any assignment or something like that. How much they can cope up with the child while the child is not getting anything, or they can motivate the child. Because as we have seen in this one, that the child parents were very good and they were very smart enough to speak up nicely publicly. So some confidence the child is getting from the parents also.
From the
But
parents.
definitely the teacher is going to also will come to know how much effort she has to put in now,
Absolutely.
because the background of the child was very strong in this video. because they were very good in influency and like expressive and everything. But all the parents are not like that. So definitely the teachers getting help from this demo, that the students parents background is also coming up.
Perfect. Yes. The reason why we have the parents and why, okay, so we'll move on to the second question. And why do we want them to join from a laptop? Why do you think we want them to join from a laptop? Yes, Sandhya.
Ma'am, it would be a clear cut and the viewpoint. Okay, if they log in the the mobiles, it'll be a little bit of disturbance and distraction. They might get calls or something. But if
Yeah.
you use the laptop, the visualization, the picture would be a great and a clarity, and we can teach them also, and we can
Absolutely.
show. That's the main thing, the clarity picture.
Correct. So that's the biggest reason why we want them to join from a laptop instead of a mobile, because mobile will always have distractions. There will be calls coming in, there will be messages, notifications, and that will distract the whole class. And secondly, there will be slides from where the child has to read from, isn't it? There will be reading activities also. And apart from that, there are activities where you are going to use your body language. So body language means maximum hand gestures. So if you're using hand gestures in a mobile phone, if you are holding a mobile like this, how will you use your hands, isn't it? So hand gestures will not be visible in a mobile phone. So let's understand what are the challenges, what are the possible challenges that we might face. Now, there are some challenges when you set the expectations, there would be some challenges. For example, the parent has not joined from a laptop or the child has not joined from the laptop. Both the parents are at home, but one parent is busy. Only one parent is present at home and another parent has already left for some other place. And the last one is parent do not want to sit through the entire class. These are the most common challenges that we might face. Other challenges can be, see, network issues, technical issues. They are, since we are using technology to connect with people, there will be technological problems. So those are something which is inevitable. You cannot remove those issues. Now, the challenges which can be overcome, these are the four main, like very frequently occurring challenges. But again, these challenges are 1% of the cases. I'll tell you what. So we are talking about a senior demo, right? So demo class, before the demo class, you must have called the parent. Remember yesterday I told you what are the steps. First, you accept a demo, then you call the parent, you confirm a slot. So when you are calling the parent, you're not only confirming the slot, you'll talk to them also a little bit. So how old is your child? Where does he study? Which school does he goes to? Which grade is he in? So like a genuine conversation, right? So while you're having a genuine conversation with the parent, I'm sure you would tell them that, sir, you need to join from a laptop, and we would expect both the parents to join because of these reasons. You gave the reasons just now, isn't it? So that means setting of expectations has already been done in the slot confirmation call. So what challenges you face in a slot confirmation call? Those challenges we will be discussing on day 4. Now, when we are in the demo stage, we are going to assume that slot confirmation call had been done and the parent has already agreed to join the session and they have agreed to join from a laptop. What if after the slot confirmation call, after they agree in the slot confirmation call, still they do not join from a laptop, or maybe only one parent is present at home? In these scenarios, what can be done? So please assume that slot confirmation call has been done and the setting of expectations have been done in the beginning only. Okay. After this, these situations might arise. So let's see. I will show you 2 scenarios over here. Actually 3, not 2. I will show you 3 scenarios. The first one, not joined from a laptop. Second one, both the parents are at home, but one parent is busy. And the fourth one, that is parents do not want to sit through the entire class. For the third situation is only one parent is present at home. If the other parent has gone to the office or maybe at a relative's place, then you can ask them to join virtually. Okay, as you are sharing the link of the class with the parent, you can ask that parent to share that link with the other parent and ask her or him to join from another device or maybe laptop or whatever he has, from his office or from his relative's place. Now that is totally up to them. If they join, wonderful. If they don't join, it's okay. You can continue with the class because the class has already started. There is no point in canceling because only one parent is not present. One parent is there, right? Now, so in these 3-4 scenarios, I'm going to discuss the first, second, and the fourth scenario first. Let's see when the parent has not joined from the laptop.
Okay. Hi, Tia. Hi. Oh, hi, Tia. I can't see you. Can you please switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, Tia. Hi, Ms. Anuradha. We spoke
Hi.
on.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
Oh, you've joined from phone. Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, first of all, for, being on time for the session. Very glad to see you both. Just one request. Can we, do you have a laptop device at home?
Yes, ma'am, we have, but it is a little busy. Actually, my younger daughter is doing something on the laptop.
Oh, okay. Is she attending any class or just working on it?
No, just to paint and all, but she's small, so maybe she'll not give.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we have joined through phone.
Okay, I understand. Though I would have to request you to, please join from the laptop. Reason being that, we will be playing a lot of activities and Tia would have to read out from the slides.
Okay.
So, from
Okay.
phone, it will become very difficult. And also, I would love to see both of your faces, like complete faces. Right now, I can see sometimes half of Tia, half of you. So it would be
Okay.
great if you can, join from a laptop. So it's okay. Take your time. Don't worry, I'm here only. You can go convince your younger daughter. And yeah.
Ma'am, थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है ना उसको मनाना. So, okay, give me just 5 minutes and we'll try to log in through laptop.
Sure. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm here only. Yeah.
Okay. So, हम log out कर दें यहाँ से?
हाँ जी. आप phone से log out कर.
Okay. So this was the first scenario. What did the teacher do in such case? She first asked, do you have a laptop? She first inquired. So she inquired first. She asked the reason why laptop is not available. The reason was the younger daughter is playing with the laptop. She is doing some paint work. So I'm sure here the teacher can be assertive and she can say that I would have to request you to join from a laptop because it is necessary. Now she gave all the reasons, all the logical reasons why a laptop would be required in such case, right? Yes, Adrija?
Ma'am, if they don't have a laptop.
I knew you will come to that. If they don't have a laptop, that you would have come to know in the phone call itself. No, that's why I said, assume that you have already called the parent. Okay, be practical. Teachers, put yourself in that situation. Put yourself in that situation. You are a teacher. You have already called the parent. You have talked to the parent. In the slot confirmation call, the expectations have already been set. Now we are in the demo class. Okay, so laptop has been confirmed. Parents have been confirmed. And this is the second stage we are discussing. We will discuss the first stage on day 4. Okay. If the younger daughter is doing some schoolwork, in that case, what you can do is you can ask the parent to reschedule the class. You can ask, if you want me to take the class a little later, maybe I can take it a little later. Give me a second. Okay. So these are some of the reasons why we want them to join from a laptop. First reason, the child will be required to look and read from the screen most of the times. The activities where you all will be participating will require you to use your hand gestures. Hence, it will not be visible from a phone. Moreover, you also will be participating and a phone camera will not provide enough space for me to see all of you together. Right? Okay. So these are the 3 reasons. You can go through these reasons. See, there can be what ifs, many what ifs. There can be n number of what ifs, and I am getting them as well. What if one parent is working on a laptop, then they would know, no, that there is a class right now. They would know, oh, it's 9 p.m. Oh, now there is a class. Oh, 6 p.m. You are working on a laptop. How will we join the session? Okay, so there must be some discussion going on there as well, right? So in that case, you can call the parent, you can tell the parent that maybe if you want, I can take a little later, or maybe I can reschedule the class for you. Okay. Please read this. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Only in the demo, Vaishali. Now, scenario number 2. Now, we saw that in the beginning, just now we saw only the mother was there, father was not there, right? So we have to convey that both the parents are required in the demo session, right? They already know that, but in spite of knowing, they are not ready to come on the screen. Let's see what happens. Yes, Ankita?
Ma'am, if both the parents are not there, then what to do?
We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
Okay.
See, you have joined from phone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Radha. Thanks, Tia. And see, now I can see both of you together on a bigger screen. So, of course, the experience would also be better. So, thank you so much. I hope your younger daughter didn't feel bad that we took the laptop from her.
She is just right away.
Oh,
to
she's
me.
there only. Oh, okay. I'll apologize to her later for sure.
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, I just wanted to confirm one more thing, that whether your husband would also be joining us. Like he would.
Ma'am, actually, he is busy with his calls. So,
Okay.
अभी possible नहीं हो पाएगा. Can we start? So he will join in between if it is possible.
So actually, we will be doing a lot of activities in the session only today. Whenever there are a lot of activities, our class is not just designed for a child. We also try to engage parent. That's one of the reason. And second, it's also an opportunity for both of you to be able to understand that, okay, what are Tia's strengths? Because through every activity, we will be also doing a debrief. And through that, you'll get to know what is it that Tia is really good at. So I think it would be really helpful if, both of you are there together. And we will also be, in fact, after, able to illustrate the Tia's strength and everything, we will also be sharing our feedback with her, for her, with both of you, and a plan based on her performance, that, how can we go forward from here? How can we proceed forward? So it is actually really important for both of you to be there.
Okay, so ma'am, मैं एक बार देख कर आती हूँ and I'll.
Sure, yeah. It's okay. We'll wait. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, you're back? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am actually is in the middle of his call. So
Okay.
आप free नहीं हो पाएंगे.
Okay. Do you want to do this like after half an hour? I can, we can again come back in half an hour. When
हो जाएगा. Actually, टिया की एक और class है उसके बाद.
Okay.
हाँ, so it will be late.
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि can we start and he can come in between ऐसा.
Okay. Beginning में थोड़ा हम activity करने वाले थे.
अच्छा.
How much time will he take?
एक बार check करना पड़ेगा.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay.
ठीक है.
I'll wait. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, hi.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir. How are
Hey,
you?
how are you? All good, ma'am. All good. So do you actually need both the parents here?
Yes, actually, I was just sharing with your wife that there would be a lot of activities that we will be doing where both the parents would also be involved. And secondly, this is an opportunity for both of you to also experience the demo and see how we design the class, and we'll be highlighting Tia's strength as well. So it would be helpful if both of you are here.
You take my opinion, ma'am. This is a child's demo. I think she can take it better. I can join at the end, and I've already interacted with you in the beginning. So if it's okay, I can join back in some time. Is that okay?
I think I'm so sorry. I know, I might be asking you to stay for an hour, but it would be extremely helpful. So if you could join.
No worries. Understood, ma'am. I'll be here. I'll be around.
Thank you so much. Maybe you can take a chair and be seated.
I'll still be sitting.
And I see Tia's sister also. Hi.
Yes. Okay. So lots of what ifs. I'll take them later. So here we saw that firstly, both the parents were not present. The teacher asked the mother, where's the father, about the whereabouts of the father, whether he's available or not. He is at home, and they know that they are supposed to join in the session. And that is why this time was fixed in the slot confirmation call. Now see, there is a kind of professionalism also. When you are confirming something in the slot confirmation call, and then if the parent themselves, they are saying that, oh, no, this is not possible, they will also understand that they had, in spite of being informed, they are, denying to join the session. So in that case, they would also understand that the teacher wants this because of some reason. So here we need to tell the parent first the reason of not joining. Second, you have to tell them, give them alternative options. And then you can tell them, no worries, I can wait. You can talk to him, you can call him if possible. Yes, Aarti.
Hello, ma'am. What if the parent is getting little aggressive? Now we saw the parent directly that father parent directly said that it is for child, not for us. So might be in some cases parent can be little aggressive or rude towards you.
But do you
Then
think,
how should we manage that?
do you think he is correct? If the session is only for the child, that's not correct. He's
Right.
assuming, right? So you have to tell him that it's not like that, sir. It's a session which is designed in a way where you also can see the chair. That's what I was actually going to share with you. You can give the reasons, give logical reasons, and nobody will get aggressive. I have never seen anyone aggressive in a debate, apart from Arnav Goswami's debate. So just joking. But yes, you are not having a debate, right? You are having a conversation. No one will get aggressive. And even if they had to say no, if they actually had to say no, they could have said in the slot confirmation call itself. Now, my point is, it's not like I'm going to push them. I'm not going to, pull them and make them say, no, you have to sit. It's mandatory. No, it's not like that. If the mother is ready to join, the father and he's not ready to join, even after making him understand that it is necessary for you to see your child's key strengths and areas of improvement, it will be easier for you to understand when I give the feedback about the child, you will be able to correlate with the whole session. And you will also have an understanding like what kind of classes are we conducting. See, being a parent, trust me, I would always like to see where I going to invest my child into. So it's not about money, it's more about my child. Whether I'm putting my child into good hands or not, be it me or my husband. Now, there are some expectations. Most of you must be parents, or some of you must have seen parents at home. We have schools who have expectations like you have to join in the personal interview along with the child. Remember, if you can recall the child's interview, first interview when he is getting admitted in LKG or maybe a new admission to another class, both the parents are required. There is a parent interview in all the good schools, maybe be it DPS or Don Bosco or any La Martiniere or any other schools that you have. So you need the, yes, in the PTM also you need the parents, until and unless the parents are not separated. That's a different scenario altogether. But both the parents are required. I have my office, I take a leave and go for the PTM on Saturday or maybe Friday or Thursday. My husband takes a leave, or maybe he says, I will be joining late in the office because we have a PTM. And the office also understands that, no, we have a PTM. It's serious business. Now here, we are actually looking forward to your free time. There are lots of expectations which we don't even question. You have to buy the books from a particular vendor. You have to buy the school dress from a particular vendor only. You have to buy the school shoes from a particular vendor only. You have to buy the school bag from the school. These are expectations, and you meet these expectations because you know the school has enough reasons for these expectations. They want to make everyone buy from a single vendor because they want uniformity in the dress. They don't want somebody wearing, a red color and somebody using deep red, somebody using maroon color pants, right? So there will be a uniformity in everything. That's a reason. So there is a logical reason why we want both the parents. Now, if they at all are not ready to join, you have to tell them, if both are not ready to join, I am not able to take the class. It's not in my hands. It's against the protocol. Both the parents not joining, that means they're not interested in taking the class. Now, it's important for you as a teacher also to understand it's in your interest. When you are taking a demo, you are not here to take demos. Are you? No, you are here to take enrolled classes, right? You want the child to stay with you for a longer period of time so that you don't have to go through the hassle of taking demos every day, right? You want enrollments, fixed children who are going to stay with you for 1.5 years. So if you want that, you would want each and every demo of yours to be a quality demo. Imagine, I'm talking about a laptop. Imagine a child is joining from a phone. Do you think it will be a very good experience? No, won't be a quality experience. It will be a substandard experience. the child will not be able to see all the badges that I'm giving. He will not be able to see the claps that I'm giving. So only the sound will be heard. So these are the reasons why every expectation has been kept. Expectation is kept. Now again, expectation is not mandatory. Mandatory word we are not using. If one parent is genuinely busy and he is really, he or she, maybe she has gone for a funeral, maybe yes, we have to think about it. We have to go along with one parent. It is possible. So let me be very clear. It is possible to continue with one parent, but always remember, convey that one parent that the other parent is also required. If he is not joining or she is not joining, it's okay. I'll continue with the class. But in the counseling session, when the parent is being asked, he should not say, oh, I was not informed that the other parent is also required. Okay? Don't ask those questions. Demo possible. I'm talking about something else. You are dragging me towards another way. It's not good. It's not professional. I'm talking about whether the parents and the laptop should be there or not, and what are the reasons why we have these expectations. Now, talking about the slot confirmation call, what if the laptop is not there? What will you do? You cannot ask the parent to buy a laptop, right? You will continue with whatever device they have. But that is about the slot confirmation call. It won't be possible for the parent that in the slot confirmation call, they say that I have a laptop, and suddenly they say, oh, I don't have a laptop. Isn't it? That they would not say, right? Parents are required only in demo sessions, not in regular sessions. Only in demo sessions. Okay. Yes, Shubham and Archishmita, I'll keep the slide open and you can ask your question. Shubham, you go first.
Ma'am, in case if the parents are not that well educated, then it might become embarrassing for them to read and the slides what she was telling them to read. Means in 1% case, I know people investing, they must be educated, but there are reasons that parents should say, you handle my child. It's your responsibility. That in so many cases we see.
It's not my responsibility. That's a babysitter. I'm not a babysitter. We are teachers. We are public speaking teachers, and we are not babysitters. Only the teacher and no parents, that's a babysitting. Okay. Teaching means the parent also, and this is not a teaching, this is actually a demonstration. And the parents also know that this is a demonstration where I'm demonstrating things. I'm not teaching. Okay. So the first class teachers, everyone, first class is not teaching. It's demonstration. Demonstration where we are trying to assess the child on the basis of different pillars of public speaking. And then we will be sharing the feedback to the parent that these are the areas where we are going to work upon. We are going to work upon the body language. We are working upon the thought structure. Voice modulation, I think Tia has a great voice modulation. So voice modulation is perfect, but we are going to work on the thought structure. We are going to work on the fluency. So you are going to tell that. So you are actually here to assess the child, isn't it? So that's the reason. So yes, if the parents are not that literate, or maybe they are not very informed, in that case, you can make them sit. You can make them understand in a polite way. You can talk to them in other language, maybe Hindi. You can say, "Sir, आपको कैसा लग रहा है? ये कैसा होता है? आपको पता है ये क्या होता है? ये आपका जो लड़का या आपके जो बच्चे हैं वो कैसा कर रहे हैं? क्या चीज पे आपको ज्यादा फोकस चाहिए?" So these kind of questions you can talk in Hindi or in any other language. You are absolutely free to talk in any language with the parent. Okay.
That would happen. Thank you.
Okay, Archishmita, yes.
Yes, ma'am, I know this is a completely different scenario and won't generally happen. But what if the parents are separated, or they're like their absence is like completely?
Yes, that you will come to know in the slot confirmation call itself. Yes, that is a little tricky scenario, I understand.
Yeah.
When you call the parent, in the script, it is very nicely written that we would expect both the parents to join. Okay, would you be able to join? So the parent themselves will say, no, I am a single parent. Okay, ma'am, that's absolutely fine. You can join the session. Now, if the mother says that I'm busy, there is no other way out. You have to have the mother. Otherwise, who will take decision for the child? Isn't it?
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. So Any other questions? Okay, Archana, last question, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, like in my case, let me tell you, like we divide the roles. Like he will take care of the entertainment, taking outside and all, and I will take care of my child education, PTMs and all. So what is that kind of scenario? Because my husband is not that good in English. Like
That's
he
what
can
I'm
just
saying.
understand but not reply properly.
So
But then
it's
okay. So in that case scenario, then can we compel the parent to ask the father also to
did
come
I say
along?
to compel?
No,
No,
only ask.
I
Yeah.
said inform the parent that both the parents are required, give them the
Okay.
reasons why both the parents are required. After that, if the parent says that actually my husband does not take all these decisions and I usually take the decision for my child, so I will be there, my husband might not be there. It's okay, you have to go ahead.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Yes. End of the day, we discuss everything with the husband, right, ma'am? Like
That's
it
what
goes
is.
to the counseling and all.
Yeah. So
So,
that
yeah.
if there you have to have a proper like conversation between the husband
Right.
and the wife.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the last question I took. Sorry, Noor. I'll take it later on. Yes. So here you can say I will be sharing a detailed feedback on child's key strengths and areas of improvement. So it would help us on the same page. So you can talk about the feedback. You can also talk about how they will understand how the classes are conducted. They will have a practical experience of the classes and it will be easier for them to take a decision. And lastly, so there are some activities where the parents are also involved and the child will be so motivated if the child sees their parents are also involved in all the activities. So it's always great to have both the parents, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we inform both the parents to have to join the demo session. And some of the parents are very very inquisitive, where they are very enthusiastic about joining the demo and seeing what exactly my child is getting into. Trust me, if I am going to invest my child into something and invest my child's time into something, I would surely like to see what exactly he's getting into, including my husband. But yes, both the parents sometimes might be a difficult scenario. In that case, my role is to make sure that the parent who is joining knows that the other parent should have joined but has not joined. Okay. So explain the purpose for having whatever questions you have, please write down in the chat section. Explain the purpose for having both the parents in the demo, and then give options. You can tell the person that, ma'am, if you want, I can reschedule the class also. If the father is not available, he has gone somewhere outside. If you want, I can take it after half an hour or maybe 1 hour. If it is a Sunday or if it is a Saturday, it's a holiday. Maybe in the morning, the father has gone for buying some groceries and he will be back in 15-20 minutes. Then in that case, you can tell the parent that, okay, maybe I can start after 15-20 minutes if you are comfortable with that. You can give your available time. So always remember, first, try to give all the logical reasons why both the parents and laptop are required in the demo. If still the challenge persists, tell them that we have options. I can give you some alternatives where you can join at some other time the same day, or maybe joining virtually. Try to get both the parents, but do not cancel the demo if only one parent is present. Now, there can be scenarios where you are not available whenever the parent is telling you to be available. Like he wants you to take the demo at 9 p.m. because they both will be back from the office. But you are not ready to take a demo after 9 p.m. because it is late for you and you don't want to take. Now, in that case, still there is an option. You can ask the parents to join virtually, one by one. That is also possible. Okay. Try not to get into that scenario, but yes, there are options available. Okay, we will continue. So the reason why I was focusing on these two expectations, because both the parents and laptop and the SparkX video, which we will be learning on day 4, as of now, both the parents and laptop, when ensured in a demo session, there was a huge upsurge in the number of enrollments that we saw. There was an upsurge of 60% in the enrollments out of the demos that we take. So make sure that both the parents and laptop is available. Again, scenarios, I'll tell you that if you talk about the probability of having no parents should be 0. No parents, please don't take the demo class. Ask the parent to reschedule. Okay. Number 2, this is introduction to PS skills, public speaking skills, that is body language, voice modulation and confidence. There is a game, there is an activity which we are going to play. Let's have a look.
Okay, so ready to play games?
Yes.
All of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I love the energy. Awesome. So the first game is, Tia, can you read out what is the name here?
Emotional request.
Yes, emotional request. And there are a lot of faces on the right-hand side. What do
Yeah.
you think this game is about?
I think this game is about showing expressions.
Absolutely. Yes, this is the game where you have to show your expression, but there is a twist. Okay, ready for the twist?
Yes.
Okay. So now can you read out the first 2 instructions as well over here?
How to play. Speak a sentence in a particular emotion.
Hmm.
Use your hands, face, and voice to show that emotion.
Correct. And eyes as well, right? So I want to again say that, we remember our second norm. So we have to always try to use our hands, our face, and Tia, our
And
eyes
voice.
and voice. Yes. Okay. So the twist here is that there would be a sentence written, okay, and then there would be a particular emotion. So we have to speak that sentence in that emotion only.
Okay.
I will give an example to start with, okay? And Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, all of us have to play this, okay? So are you also ready for the challenge?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So this is the first sentence, okay? Sentence is, I love going to school. And I'll say it in happy emotion, all right? So let me now show how I will speak. I love going to school. Okay, was I happy enough?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So this is how we have to play, okay? So next, Tia, are you ready? Should we start with you?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, sad emotion. Now this could be a bit tough.
Okay.
And your statement is, I love going to school.
I love going to school.
Nice. I saw what you did with your eyes, like, just blinked it and like a sigh. I love going to school. But I could also see you were trying to hide your smile. But well done. Good. Nice. Okay. Now let's see how your parents also does it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Angry. Who would want to do this?
Yes, I'm more angry.
Oh, really? Is that so, Tia? Your mom is like, she gets angry more than your father?
No, they both equally love me.
Lovely. Nice. Okay.
Both of them are angry people.
Amazing. Even she's enjoying the class.
Yes.
Amazing. All right.
Actually, he will be the better person to do this.
Oh, really? Wow. Do you want to, Dia? Do you want to do it? Do you want to say? No? Okay. All right. Okay. So yes, Miss Anuradha, show us your angry face.
So I'm very bad though, but I'll try.
It's okay. We'll try. Don't worry.
I love going to school.
Okay, now I see why you mentioned that. But nice. I saw you, trying to widen your eyes and trying to bring the angry emotion. I now know why Tia said that. No, both of you are like, you don't get angry easily, it seems. So yes, okay. Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Anuradha. Mr. Manish, are you ready for your statement?
Yeah.
Which emotion do you think it will be?
It has to be happy. I'm always happy.
Oh, okay. I wish that I could have given you the first one, but that one is gone. So let's see which one is the next. Okay. Oh, scared. Okay.
It goes with me actually. I don't love going to school.
Okay. All right. Yes.
I love going to school. That's the best attitude.
I could see, your like face had a little bit of smile because I think again we are doing this activity, but your voice having that quiver, in the voice. So that was nice. And also lowering your volume. Nice. Very good. Right. So Tia, let's do one more. I know actually I had only prepared one for each, but I think we can do just one last one. So I give you confused emotion. Can you try doing it in confused emotion?
Okay.
Think. How do we show that we are confused?
Okay. I think I get it. I love going to school.
Nice. This time you used your hand gestures, also, like your hands also. I love going to school. Very good, Tia. Very good. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for, participating in this. I hope everyone enjoyed. And that was definitely an emotional performance. So Tia, who do you think performed the best? Actually, anyone can answer. Tia? Well, I do agree, Tia.
My
Oh,
dad.
your dad, yeah, he did scared emotion really well. Yes. And what was good? What did you find good when he did the scary emotion?
It was looking like he was really scared. It was
Mhm.
not like he was pretending. So that's
Okay.
what I like about it.
And what made you like? What makes you say that it was looking, that he was really scared?
Because of his face, because he made a face and from his low volume, that's why.
Correct. Yes. And I want you to hold on to that thought. Okay. I'll come back to that response of yours in just a minute. Yeah. So now a question for all of you, and you can use your fingers to show me. Let's use our hands. How many languages do you all know? 3. Oh, wow. All of you know 3 languages. Okay. So I know 2. I got to know that you already know English and Hindi. What's the third one that all of you know?
I know French.
Oh, French. Nice. Okay. And what about both of you?
Punjabi.
I know Punjabi and a dialect of Haryanvi also.
Oh, interesting. So it's 4 languages for you.
No, it's a dialect, na. So
Dialect,
we can Haryanvi.
Technicality. All right. Now I know why you are into this profession. I can make all right. No, just kidding. But yes, great. So definitely you all know 3 languages and definitely a dialect as well. Now, what if I tell you that you also know one more language? What is it, Tia? There are some cues or you can say hint for you over here. These 2 points. Do you want to read these out loud?
Okay. Can you guess the language? You have been using it for many years. This language is more important than the language you speak.
Yes. Which language do you think it is? What are we using?
Your emotions.
Our emotions. So we are trying to express our emotions. And how are we expressing our emotions? Remember, what did I say you to use at all times?
Your hands.
Hands,
your face, your eyes, and your voice.
Yes. So these hands, face, voice, and eyes. What are these? These are parts of your
Senses.
And these are your body parts, right? So what do you think the language is? Okay, your mom is going to help you. I think she's trying to help you. Do you want to say it out loud?
Language.
Yes, body language. Yes. So yes, this is the language of body, when we use our face, our hands, and our eyes. Now, do you want to go back to that answer that you gave, that you were able to feel that your father was really scared?
Yes.
Because he was using what?
His expressions, his eyes, his hands, and his face expression.
Yes. So he was using body language, right? Even when you gave the confused expression, you also did like this, right?
Yeah.
And then you were thinking. And how do we know that you are thinking? You were not telling us that, oh, I'm thinking. Tia is not saying that, right? But it was your hand gestures. It was the way you made your expression on the face and your eyes, that told us that, yes, Tia is thinking and maybe she's confused. Yeah. So this is the language that we already know. And my promise is that, within 30 minutes, you will be able to master this language. Okay. We'll come back to this promise towards the end of the class. Yeah. All right. Okay. And with that, there are 2 other things, Tia, that we have to keep in mind to be a great public speaker. Can you read out these 2 things?
Confidence. How graceful you are while presenting and how much people believe in you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And second?
Voice. Speaking loudly, clearly, and pausing when required.
Thank you, Tia. I think you have been doing both of these really well already. You're very confident while speaking. It seems like, you believe in yourself and you're also using loud voice. You're not like speaking loudly. You're not like, saying it in a very softer voice that others can't even hear. You are very loud and clear. Yeah. So this is something that helps us become a great public speaker. Now, I'll just shift to both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, that why do you think, these public speaking skills are important? And we should focus on, say, body language, confidence, and how we use our voice.
I'm not sure about the body language, how you should do it, but I can tell you why the public speaking thing is important. See, especially I'll take example from my industry. IT industry is a very, it's a very tough, plus it requires a lot of brain and skill is involved. But the only skill which is lacking is the speaking skills, the expression. A developer can give you a very good code, but he cannot explain you how he has written it.
Yes.
It will take him ages. So that's where the problem is. Our client don't understand the developer language. They need us to bridge that. Both know what they are up to, but they don't understand each other's language. So it's important to express and make other person understand what you're trying to convey.
Absolutely, absolutely correct. Thank you so much. And you've articulated it really well, using a real life example as well. So definitely. Do you want to add something to that, Ms. Anuradha?
Uh, yeah, actually, why it is needed, because basically it gives, yes, obviously, as it suggests, that confidence level will increase, and it will remove all hesitation. So maybe it will help in that. So that's why these both things are needed.
Definitely. Again, absolutely correct. It will definitely remove that hesitation. And, like she can be that confident self who will believe in herself and just like ready to try out different things.
So yes, this was the introduction to PA skills. This is the second part. And here we play a game. We include the parent. We introduce the skills like body language, confidence, and voice. And then we can ask parents' opinion also. Why do you think body language is an important skill for speaking in public? Okay. Now, okay, I'll ask questions at the end. Maybe till then you will be able to remember. In the beginning, so you have seen 2 videos by now. Let's write down in the chat section, what were the actions of the teacher which helped her to build relationship? So body language, you must have seen, she's smiling, she's using her hand gestures many times. She waved the child in the beginning. Voice modulation also, you can clearly see that she's emphasizing on many words. She's changing a pitch and tonality. She's using a friendly kind of a tone. What about the other things that she's doing or saying which helps her to build relationship? Appreciation is correct, yes. Positive attitude, hand gestures, okay. Okay. Body language, okay. Encouraging her strength is correct. In the first video, we saw that she used her personal experience of coding in order to connect with her. And she also said, maybe I can learn something from you, isn't it? And now, whatever you are writing is all opinion. In the beginning, when I said, do not draw any single opinion about the teacher, all of you are drawing opinions. Remember this slide? And that is what you are doing. You are doing the cross ones and not doing the correct ones. Waving hands, regarding body language, you can say waving hands. She's waving hands. She's using a smile on her face. When you say she is friendly, she is positive, she is confident, that is an opinion. That is not an action. Why do you think she is confident? That is what you have to say. She is involving the parents so that she can build relationship. She is asking questions to the parents and she is trying to build inferences out of it. Inferences, you understand. Trying to build conclusions about the child. And she's telling Tia also, see, Tia, I'm learning so much about you from your parents. And by saying this, she is making the parents feel that, okay, this was the reason why the teacher wanted me in this class. It's not like we are just going to sit and observe. No. You are there to make the class more fruitful. The parents are going to provide lots of insights about the child, which helps the teacher to understand the child better. And accordingly, she can customize a class. Okay. This session is not for ADHD children. Sorry. I mean, that's something that's outside the purview. It's not in the agenda of today's session. So we were on the third part, and that is speech delivery.
So ready for game 2?
Yeah.
And I want to remind you, you have 2 lifelines. So in case you would want to use, you can use that also while playing the game.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I want you to meet a very similar, student of ours who's just as old as you are right now, 11-year-old Ovia. She's a Planet Spark Star student and India's youngest TEDx speaker. Do you know what is TEDx speaker? Have you? Okay. Tia doesn't know. Do you want to share that, Mr. Agarwal, for Tia? What is TEDx?
TEDx is a platform where you inspire people, where you go and tell about your life journey, how you have made things to success, and you inspire people. You get a lot of public to reach out to, and it is mainly used to get some fans and the
Yes.
fancy stuff like that.
Absolutely. And to be able to influence also, if I have to add something, to be able to influence large number of people. And as your father mentioned, share about personal journey so that others can also learn, right? So Ovia was also, she had joined Planet Spark as a student who was not as confident earlier, but she gave a TEDx speech in front of a large audience very, very recently, and was featured also. Like, her videos are all over there. If you go and Google, you'll find her also, more about her. So we are going to listen to her speech, and what we will be doing is this part. Can you read out the second instruction? Identify one.
Identify the examples of body language, confidence, voice.
Yes. Okay. So these are the things I want you to actively focus on while you're looking at her speech. Okay. Her body language, confidence, and voice. All right. Okay. So are we ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just read the speech. Just give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear. Okay. Okay. I think your father has stepped out for a minute.
Yeah, actually someone is there on the door.
Okay. 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 No worries. No worries. Yeah. Okay. So I'll play the video and he can join us.
Sure.
Okay. Can you hear?
I am holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct. It has been around for millions of years. It is older even than the dinosaur and is the primary source of food for every single person on this planet. There is no human who hasn't touched or seen it. Any guesses on what it is? Well, you're absolutely correct. It is soil. Now I know you have a lot of questions, like how can soil go extinct, and why is an 11-year-old so concerned about soil and not her favorite K-pop artist who is about to drop his next album? Let me tell you something about myself. I've got several talented friends. Some can solve Rubik's Cube pretty fast, some have written and published great books, and some have wonderful YouTube channels.
अभी आया है, बिल्कुल
Sorry
latest.
about this. Okay, I think we have watched the main part, so I'll stop playing the video. So yes, Tia, what did you observe when Ovia was performing? Did you think where was she using her body language, which includes hands, face,
Yeah.
eyes, right? How was she confident, and how was she using her voice? Yes.
She was confident and she was expressing herself really well.
Mhm.
And she also speaks in a way that no one gets bored.
Yes. So you want to say that she was able to grab everyone's attention.
Yes.
Yeah. And did you see her using her hands? Can you tell me one specific example where she used her hands while speaking?
When she told that soil is important, and why is she caring about 11-year-old is caring about the soil.
Yes.
So,
And what kind of gesture did she make? Can you show me? Can you just illustrate that for me? She did like this, something like this, right? And for the soil, she also made a fist.
yes.
Yeah. So that was the reason, Tia, what you mentioned, that she was able to grab everyone's attention and that others were not feeling bored. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And do you think she was also using a lot of she was making different expressions?
Yes.
Yes.
She
Okay.
was making different expressions to express herself.
Yes, that's true. So now comes the interesting part where you can, I think over here, so you didn't use your lifeline. You didn't even need to. So that's amazing. So you still have your 2 lifelines with you. Now there's a challenge here for you. Okay. And this is something that you will have to do alone though. Okay. Here we can't use lifeline. And the challenge is, can you now give the same speech that Ovia did? Okay. Don't worry, I won't make too tough for you. I will give you the speech. I will give you these lines. But what I want you to do is, what do you think the challenge is about? You have to use?
The challenge is about you have to speak something and express yourself. You have to speak these lines.
Very good. Yes, very smart, Tia. So yes, we have been discussing about hands, eyes, voice, and face, right? So while speaking this speech, you have to use all of that. Okay. If you feel that you will feel more confident by standing up also and reading, that is also fine. And you can see that here, some of the words have been highlighted.
Yes.
Why do you think these words are highlighted?
I think these words are highlighted when we have to give some expression, when we have to give expression.
Okay, so expression and also emphasize, stress on these words, like how Ovia was doing. I am holding something fantastic. She took longer to speak those words. Yeah. And then there are some faces also that are made. So these are the expressions that Ovia was giving while speaking. Okay. Do you want to try this?
Okay.
Okay, why don't you do this? Take 30 seconds, read out the sentences so that you know them well, and then you can present it to us. Okay.
I'm holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct. It has been around for millions of years. There is no human who hasn't touched it or seen it. Any guesses on what is it? Well, you're absolutely correct. It's soil.
Okay, all right. So you have read it or you were preparing? I got confused, sorry.
I am reading it now.
Okay, now
I was
you
preparing now.
all right, okay. So remember, I think you are doing really well with your voice. You're very natural when you have to give pauses, yeah. But I want you to use more of your hands and give more expressions, okay? Yes, come on, let's do it. Yes.
I'm holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct. It has been around for millions of years. There is no human who hasn't touched it or seen it. Any guesses on what is it? Well, you're absolutely correct. It is soil.
Very good, Tia. Great attempt. Thank you so much. And this time, of course, I saw, that you were using your hands a bit more and also looking directly in the camera while speaking. And also, your voice. Very good. What do you think, both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal? How did she do?
Yes, definitely. She did very well.
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah.
We've seen this already. Sorry.
Okay. Great. So amazing. I think, Tia, again, something to keep in mind that, right now I know we are in an online setting, but, when you were moving your hands, I was not able to see them clearly. So also ensuring that, how can we ensure that the other person are also able to see our gestures? That's something. But I think I want to emphasize again, great voice modulation, like you were able to lower your volume or when you had to say something fantastic, then you were able to emphasize the right words. Wherever there was a question mark, you were able to speak in that tone. So I think you used your voice really well. Good job on that. Okay.
Okay, so this was the third
So ready
part.
for game 2?
It's called the speech delivery. Here we need to introduce Ovia and show her speech to the student. And here we are going to introduce who is Ovia and what is she doing right now as a part of Planet Spark, and ask for the child's observation. So while you're playing the video, make sure that you ask for the child's observations and tell her to observe the video very carefully and then give her answers. Okay, ask for the answers, sorry. And then at the end, you can ask the child to give the same speech. You can show the script. You can instruct the child accordingly. And at the end, you can share a small feedback. Next one is writing speech. We will complete this one and we'll take a break. Okay.
Then the last section where we will be learning how to write a speech. Okay. And for this part, before I tell you about how we can write an effective speech, there's one challenge for you. So you have 1 minute time and you have to convince both your parents to buy you a pizza from a new pizza place near you. Okay, so let's assume that a new pizza place has opened near you and you have to now convince your mom and dad to buy you a pizza. So right now you are going to face towards them and talk to them. Okay, and then I'll ask your parents after 1 minute whether they got convinced or not.
Okay.
All right. Let's see how you would do. Okay.
Papa, can we please get vegetable pizza from that new store?
Why?
Because I want to eat pizza.
No, that's okay. But Domino's also give you pizza, right? It's the same pizza at the end of the day.
But it's new. Let's try something new today.
No, but pizza is pizza, right?
But the restaurants are different, so they have their different tastes.
But see, if you look at the base is all same. Veggies are all same. Cheese is same. What was the difference between two different shops?
But
they're charging more than Domino's.
But it's good to try something new from every store and restaurants. We should try something new.
What do you like most, the pizza of Domino's?
But I want to try something new today.
I don't think it's a good idea to try.
But let's just try. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't buy it next time.
Okay, I'll leave you choice.
But if you didn't like
Right. I think we can pause it. That's amazing. Does that usually happen, Tia? Is that like
Every day.
every day? Oh, really?
Rather, every weekend, I should say.
Yeah, this is a story of every weekend.
Amazing, amazing. And what happens every weekend? Like, do you both agree or what happens?
We don't have a choice.
Okay, okay, well, great. Thank you so much for participating in this activity. I actually enjoyed a lot while listening to both of you. But yeah, so I have a question for both of you now. What do you think would have helped you to, get convinced? Right now, I feel like you were not really extremely convinced with what Tia was saying, but what would have helped for you to, get ready to let her try pizza from the new place?
I would say two things. One can be a unique thing about that particular restaurant. Another is the value which it is providing. If it is giving me a good value, a 8 inches pizza at the price of say 4 or 6 inches, I think I would have gone for it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Tia, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Next time you know what to say. Yeah, but don't worry. For next time, I'm going to prepare you really, really well. Okay. So thank you so much once again for trying it out. And let's see that how can we convince your parents next time. So first of all, I have to say, Tia, you really tried a lot and never gave it up. So that's very good. But let's understand that, how can we be very, effective in the way we are saying, and what is it that we can tell our parents? Yeah. So we are going to now learn how to write a speech to convince someone. And for that, I would want you to remember these 3 words. Very important, okay? The first one is, can you read it out?
Ethos, develop trust.
Yes. So ethos means developing trust. What your father also mentioned, that if, you could have told about something unique about that pizza place, then it would have been helpful. So something to develop trust. What is second?
Pathos, appeal to emotion.
To emotion, yes. Like whenever you want to convince someone, we have to also make them happy about it, right? So here's the part where we will try to make your parents happy. Yeah. So that is the second part. And what's the third one?
Logos, proof.
Proof. What do you mean by proof?
The proof which you gather that that particular restaurant is there or
Yeah, something, to again giving a very logical, good reason, so that they get convinced that, okay, now Tia is, she has given me a very good reason. I can't find a reason to say no, so I'll get convinced. Yeah, don't worry. We are going to understand this in a bit more detail again with a pizza story. But right now, we will try to see how we could have used ethos, pathos, and logos to convince your parents for the pizza. Okay. All right. So ethos is about developing trust. What do you mean by trust?
Trust, a bond which you create so they believe in you.
Yes, it's about creating that belief, right? Very good. Now, let's assume you have to, convince, again, same situation. You have to convince them to buy pizza from a new place. What will help you, develop trust so that your mom and dad think that, this pizza place sounds really good. We should try it. What do you think we can say?
We can say that like it has good reviews and it's low in price than the other restaurants.
Very good point. Yeah, I loved it. Yes. And very similar, something we had also written, right? So good reviews means many people have tried it. Yes. Yeah. Even when we are buying something, we always try to see what are the reviews, right? So we can talk about that. Yes, it has good reviews. One more thing that we can use is that this pizza store is new right now here, but it has shops all over the India and it offers really good pizzas. Yeah. And when you say this, now your mom and father are thinking for a minute that, oh, okay, it has good reviews. It is there all around. Your mom had said one statement, right? That what if it is not good? Then it will waste, say, money, time, and resources, right? So in that way, if you could have added, that, no, it has great reviews, then she would have thought, oh, actually not just Tia, but many other people are saying it is good. Yeah. So that is how we develop trust. Okay. Did you understand this part?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. But I loved how you mentioned about reviews. Very good point, Tia. Very smart thinking. Yeah. Now let's come to the second point, which is pathos. Now imagine that, it's already 9 p.m. and there's no food ready at home and you want to convince them to buy pizza. What do you think you can say that will make your parents happy and also convince them to buy pizza?
I think that I'll try to convince my mom by saying that she'll not have to make dinner for us and we can order pizza, so it will be easier for you.
Yeah, and you can say that your mom and dad would be thinking, what am I teaching you? This is just for example, Tia. Okay, don't have to follow to this.
But yeah, our colleagues are using these examples sometimes.
Oh, oh really?
Yeah.
You already know how to use
so you can take rest. We can have dinner from outside.
Wow, see, you already know how to write a speech. Great. But yes, so now this is something we are trying to make them happy, and that they will think that, oh, Tia cares about us, and she's saying that we will get some rest. She doesn't have to cook food at night. She can also take some time off. And when you also say that I love pizza and I really want to have it, it will make me happy. So of course they would also want you to be happy, right? So yes, so this is pathos. Great. And last one, logos. What do you think we can say here for proof? You remember you said proof is something that will help them again know that, yes, this is a pizza to buy, and they'll get convinced.
Yes.
So what proof do you think we can give?
Maybe because it's healthy.
Okay. But pizzas are usually unhealthy. So what more can you say to make it sound like it is healthy?
That it has really good vegetable toppings on it.
Yes, very good, right? So now you are giving a good reason that why it is healthy, right? So usually, why do our parents say not to eat from outside? Because it is usually unhealthy, right? It is not good for our health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm no way telling you to eat more pizza, by the way. I want to clarify that. But yes, this is the reason. This is the reason they are worried or they are saying no usually, right? So what we can say is we can give them a good reason that, this pizza had lot of toppings, and they have like toppings like broccoli, cheese, things that are healthy. So it's a healthy pizza also and a tasty one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is your what is it?
Logos.
Yes. Okay, so let's quickly revise. I think you have got it already, but I want you to say it in your own words. That what are the 3 parts of a speech, in terms of how we can convince the other person really well. So what is the first?
Okay, so that was the writing of the speech, and
then the last.
By now you have seen almost 75-80% of the whole demo. Here in the writing speech part, you need to check the prior knowledge of the child and the parent. You need to get the child and the parent involved in a role play, and you can ask the child to convince the parents to buy you a pizza from a new pizza place. So you are engaging the child and the parents. So see, now you are getting examples. You are getting live examples where the parents as well as the child, both interactions are so important. And this is the reason why both the parents are required. In between, there has been lots of questionings like, what if the parent says, what if the parent does this? So see, there can be n number of scenarios which we can ponder upon, which we can think of. The parents getting agitated. Why would the parent get agitated if you say that I will be sharing the child's key strengths, the feedback on the child's key strengths and areas of improvement? Why would the parent get agitated? The parent would not get agitated. The parent might say, no, I'm not interested. Maximum, he would say, sorry, I'm not interested. This is the maximum he would say. You can clearly tell them, it's okay, sir. If one parent is there, I can continue with the session. Both the parents saying that I'm not going to attend the session, then there is no point in booking the demo session and having the child take a class where he is not capable of taking a decision for him. Understand, if I want to buy a car, say for example, you take a decision of buying a car. You go to different car showrooms. Say for example, I went to the Hyundai showroom. I would look for, say, according to my budget, I would look for maybe a Creta or maybe a Venue or maybe an i10, i20. I would try to take a test drive of it. I wouldn't go and simply buy it, right? I would take a test drive for myself. I would check it myself, correct? So when we buy a car, we cannot buy a car without taking a test drive. How are we going to invest into something which involves our kid? And why the question of this is actually a hypothesis that you're creating. I am not trying to offend anyone. And we are not trying to offend the parents also. Please understand this. This is an expectation which every institution would have. Understand this. Many a times people say that we are expecting too much from the parent. We are expecting them to see and take decision. What if I say, sir, you don't need to be there. You continue with your work. I will do it Child is very happy. Child says, yes, yes, we want. And I am going to tell the parent, oh, wonderful. The class was wonderful, sir. Your child has these problems. I'm going to focus upon that. How are you going to trust upon me? As a parent, if somebody comes and says, your child cannot speak good English, or maybe his body language, I won't believe that. I need proper evidence. Okay, maybe say, for example, now when I'm already convinced, okay, I did not see the demo session also. In the counseling session, when the counselors ask me, how was the demo, ma'am? How was the demo, sir? What will I answer? As a parent, I would be concerned that, oh, sorry, I did not see the demo session, but I'm sure my child said it was good. Is the child capable of taking the decision for himself? I don't think so. So creating what if question is very easy. There will be situations. There will be n number of situations. I agree. There will be situations where the parents will absolutely say, no, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. But you have booked an inquiry, right? If you have booked an inquiry, it's important for them to understand that whatever is happening, they need to view it and take a decision. You taking a decision and a positive decision without viewing it is more good for me. It's better actually. Go ahead, take a decision. But we are actually not trying to teach, and that is a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm telling you to see everything for yourself so that later on they don't come up and say, oh, in the demo, this happened, that happened, and you were saying like this. But because you have not seen the demo, you need to watch it, you need to observe it, practically experience it, and then maybe decide for yourself. At least tomorrow you won't say something was hidden from us, right? I have never explained this particular scenario in so much of details. Yes, Animesh.
My concern is that if we're taking a demo of any international students, that we have not getting to the any particular topic. So if parents has any specific question sheet or specific topic, and we don't have idea how we have to deal with it, so what we have to do in that
It's a
scenario?
demonstration. Animesh, understand this. This is a demonstration class. What we do at Planet Spark, not what you tell me to teach. Okay. If they tell me to teach a particular topic, then I have to ask them, what do you want me to teach? Say, for example, they say, I want you to teach grammar, verbs, subject, verb, agreement, tenses, right? Now, if they want, I can include it, a part of it in my demo session. Yeah, I can do that. I can improvise. You all can improvise, by the way. Teachers, you are free to improvise in your demo sessions. But the point is, this is a demonstration of public speaking and creative writing. I need to tell them what is the basis of public speaking. What is the basis of creative writing? That's more important, right? Now, yes, grammar will always be a part of fluency. We have grammar in the curriculum. So when you are enrolled, once you are enrolled, I will, if you want me to keep those chapters on the top as a first priority, I'll keep that. Okay, Animesh, is that like, yes?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So if they come up with an idea or a set topic in their mind, so then that means they are wanting us to teach in that 1 hour. In that 1 hour, we are not teaching. They're actually giving a demonstration of what we have as a platform, so that they can see and they can enroll for us. And then maybe they can ask me that, ma'am, do you have this particular thing, or do you also teach essay writing, or do you teach verbs, subject verb agreement, or maybe sentence formation? Yes, we do. That is a part of the curriculum. And you will come to know about the curriculum next Tuesday, right? Understanding public speaking curriculum is a part of your training schedule. Just check. Okay. Clear?
Yes, one doubt, ma'am. For example, ma'am, some of the students only joining for doubt sessions mainly, right? So what we have to do in that scenario, basically?
What is doubt session?
Basically, ma'am, if any of the students particularly wants to go for a competitive examination in that say.
Okay, we 1 second. Competitive examinations of what?
Like engineering and medicals.
So you are okay. There is no connection between engineering and Planet Spark. No, the English that they get. I got your point. In competitive examinations, you have the English part.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, no. It's not related to that, dear. It's not related. We have public speaking as a whole. So we are not related to academics. We are not related to, this is a skill building activity. You're getting my point? We are trying to build the skill. We are trying to make confident communicators. Have you seen TEDx, TED Talks? You must have seen. You must have seen
Right.
stand-up comedies, right?
Yes.
Poets, open mics, right? So it's a public speaking. We are creating public speakers.
Right.
Okay, it's not related to that. Okay, fine. So actually we are left with the last one, but we'll take a break and we'll join the second session right now. Please join it right now, and then we'll take a 15 minutes of break. It's already late. So yeah, you can leave the session. I'll join the session in 2 minutes. Okay. Yes, Bhavna, you had a question.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. When we will be
Others can leave. Others can start leaving. Yes.
when we will be demonstrating the senior demo, like in mock, we will be demonstrating the senior demo. I have one question. We will be given PPT along with it? From where
You
we
have
can...
already have that, no? Yesterday I showed you demo class content. In the morning also I mentioned. Yes. So you have the PPT there.
So we will, along with the PPT, we will be demonstrating our senior mock demo.
Yes, that's a question. In the Willow platform, you are not supposed to, you don't have that option of sharing your screen. So you won't be sharing the screen. No, not the same session, Ruxana, the next session, second session in your dashboard. Okay. So what was I saying? Sorry, I forgot. Yes, in the mock session, in the mock evaluations, you will not be able to share your screen. Okay, so what you can do is on one Google Chrome tab, you can keep the Willow open, and another Google Chrome tab, you can keep the PPT open. You can refer to the slides.
Okay. So same way, our face would be visible and nothing else would be visible in the demo listening. Same way, like how we are presenting now, in the same way we will be presenting in the mock.
Yes. Style, of course, will be different. Your style will be different. Ishita's style was different, right? But it will be the same. I will close the session. It's difficult to take queries now. Otherwise, it will be too late. Your session will vanish away from your dashboard. I don't want that to happen. Immediately join. Maybe you can write your queries in the chat, and then I can take it. Okay. I'll close this session. Thank you.